Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to Tai Emery, BKFC star based in Thailand. Tai, really good to see you. You're in the sauna. How's it going? You're quite famous these days.
A little bit famous. Used to just be my own lunchbox, but I guess we've expanded. We've expanded property to the world.
How's life going for you? I saw a Joe Rogan clip the other day, and he was super complimentary of you. He gave you like 5 different compliments for your knockout, your boobs, the way you look. Like I think there was at least 4 or 5 compliments in there. Did you see that clip? What was that like? I mean, Joe Rogan, the biggest podcaster in the world.
Um, I think to have someone like Joe recognize the technical knockout and I guess like a small intelligence behind, either marketing or what, just the entire scenario. That's probably the biggest compliment I've ever received in my life. Like Joe is someone that I think everyone in the world is looking to as a leader because his voice and his thoughts, he has that confidence to be able to project, um, just his own views. And I think that's a huge compliment. I will definitely say that I was on a high. I've never squealed before. And I definitely squealed, and Joe didn't even need to put any hands on me.
What was what was the aftermath like after that knockout? And yeah, can you explain like your week or your day after that, the knockout, and then the kind of viral moment? Like what went down the kind of day and week after that? 'Cause you got in a bit of trouble with David Feldman as well.
I definitely got in trouble with David Feldman, just because it's highly illegal for women to show their breasts in Thailand, but it's actually legal for a ladyboy to show their breasts. So a little bit of a strange sort of situation there. So a fine was paid. Obviously, a lot of BKFC fighters also were really upset about it. So if I'm ever to do that again, I'm pretty sure I'm banned, which is no fun at all. But other than that, obviously they were super happy with me. I've still got my 4 fight contract in America, so David's wanting me to now come over and compete. We're looking at a potential April fight for that. So I'm really excited to be able to come back over into the American market. But honestly, the support, even from David, besides the titty flash, was just amazing. I've never received so much support, messages. It's been a long road, Like I've lived in and out of gyms in America. I've lived in and out of gyms in Thailand. I think anyone who's lived this life truly understands that there's a lot of sacrifice. It means not getting to buy makeup, and I know that sounds so superficial, but just like the small things, you miss out on all the small things. So I had an influx of sponsors and influx of support, invitations to every single event. Also, just a max like influx of interviews and like TMZ, MMA Junkie, like even now yourself. It's been a really crazy ride. I think it's kind of cool to know that just by being my own self and just years of just slugging it out, all paid off within one moment. And I knew that was going to happen. I know that sounds weird, but I told everyone, I said, this fight will change my life. And I said, I know it. I said, this fight is going to change my life. And then just before going out, someone stopped me and goes, hey, I don't know why, but this fight is going to change your life. And I thought, that's a bit odd. And then just before I went up the stairs, my coach looked at me and goes, this fight is going to change your life. And it's almost like it cast a spell, cast this positive spell. And yeah, it did. It changed my life. I'm still looking for a solidified team. I've got that now with Southside, and everyone's, sort of come out of the woodworks. And I think that's an exciting thing. I think you want to make sure that you've got the right backing, especially before going to America. But man, I was on radios, newspapers, magazines, the internet. I'm pretty sure we beat Kim Kardashian at some point. So I'd love it if she wanted to battle one day. That'd be nice. But no, we took over. I feel like just from the way that I felt for the next few weeks, I was like a kid on a high. And, you know, what else could I do? I was probably just the happiest I've ever been. Outside of not being able to use my hands, you definitely need some conditioning when you first come into BKFC. So it was like a weird feeling, because you're like feeling like on top of the world, but you can't even open like a beer for yourself.
Was that the most famous boobs out moment in combat sports? I think it was, or in sports, maybe Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Yeah, probably Janet Jackson. But that one was definitely super staged. She had a star on her boob.
That's an old school reference as well now. God, that was a while back.
That's
so
showing our age.
Yeah. Bare knuckle. Has it always been bare knuckle for you? Like, because you've got to be crazy, right? To compete in bare knuckle, you got to be different. Was that always the combat sport of choice for you, or is there another path for you in the future?
For me, I always thought I would end up in WWE. To be honest, I thought I would end up in that sort of genre, which I guess BKFC is. It has that entertainment factor of WWE with the rawness of like the old school Coliseum, and I love a blood sport. I think my personality really fits to BKFC. Originally, I did want to join the UFC because I had Misha Tate. She was the person that helped me transition from LFL into MMA. But then once in Thailand, I fought 5 pro Muay Thai fights, and then within a time period, I had BKFC reach out to me. Now, 2 weeks before they did, I actually spoke with one of my sponsors, and he's like, "Okay, so what are we going to do? What's your plan?" I said, "I really want to fight in bare knuckle." I said, it's a new sport which opens the floodgates for someone like myself. I approach it the same way I did with LFL, where LFL was, it's a new sport extended from American football, and BKFC is the same thing. So yeah, I feel honestly BKFC was in my sights. So the fact that when they even called, I remember just being like, I told them to fuck off. Actually, I was like, "Oh, fuck off." I thought this was a joke, just because I literally said a few days earlier, I'm like, "This is what I want, this is what I want to do." So I guess the universe hears the stubborn and the crazy.
So what if the opportunity arises later in your career, you reckon pro wrestling?
I am 100%. I'm now signed with First Round Management. I'm really excited about that. They have a black book in America that's, linked into everywhere. They have Paige Van Zandt under there. So we can all see the things that they've been able to do for people outside of the ring and outside of the cage. So I'm really excited to know that, my talents are going to be able to be pushed into other areas. They did ask me, and I threw it out there. I was like, "Look, I want to be the first female Wolverine in a Marvel movie. So if we can make this happen, then my full dreams as a child will come true."
You got to put it out there, right?
Yeah.
What do you think in terms of the gold standard for you in terms of combat sports? Who's the person? Because you seem to have a good understanding, great knockouts, selling fights. It's a whole package in the fight game, right? So who's the person that you've always thought, in terms of what they do in the ring and outside the ring, they are the gold standard? Is there anyone who you've always thought they know what they're doing?
I think for the female aspect, I think we can all look to Ronda Rousey, Misha Tate, and Paige Van Zandt. I think those 3 women are the pinnacle of this sport. All 3 have done similar but not similar things. You can see where they've been able to use things from their own personalities and the things that have been offered to them, and what they've been able to do. Hell, even for myself, I know that, I haven't lived the most normal life from childhood, and I know that can help to inspire people. So for me, this platform is more than just being able to have harnessed my crazy. This is being able to inspire the youth of today to know that there's something more out there. Like there's so much more. There's so much more to all of this. To be able to inspire.
I think once you have that platform, you can take it in any direction you want, right? It's kind of your personality comes out. I wanted to ask you, since you mentioned Paige, she said that she made more money on OnlyFans, or she's now got her own website that she actually made inside the ring. I don't know if it's true or not, but how's that been going for you? Did you have I'm assuming you had a massive spike after your first knockout?
There was a major spike. I think TMZ said it was like a 1,622% increase. It was some stupid number. It was a huge influx with it in the first month. Obviously that steadied down, but I am definitely living a very different life, and just trying to ground myself to make sure that, you know, I use it wisely, and I guess make sure that I use it to live out the rest of this and be able to like stabilize myself for the future. Investments is everything. You know, this is a different cash flow now, so I'm able to now talk with different people to be able to learn, you know, different things, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's investment properties, whether it's weed companies, weed licensing. Like there's just so many different avenues now, and I'm actually an intelligent woman. I was the first female electrical contractor. I was the first female and the youngest thermographer. Hell, even for me, I would love to. I've still got the steady cash where when I'm finished, I can buy my own thermography camera and you know, have something just to do, you know. So yeah, 100%. I am living very well. I don't think I should really say numbers. Isn't that rude? But I'm definitely doing a lot better. And hell, it's way better than, you know, 2 years ago. I was sleeping in a Muay Thai gym on the concrete floor through COVID, eating a cup of rice and one egg. And I think I appreciated everything in that moment. So like, I'm definitely enjoying roast dinners, I'll tell you that.
I feel like MMA's been like really like big with OnlyFans. So many of the best, like biggest fighters in the world have an account. Like, who do you think has the best content that's not you at the moment out of the female fighters?
Who can I say? I don't know, because each female fighter is like their own unique mutant, you know? I think each one of them is stunning and gorgeous. So look, I can't say MMA, but I'm going to throw Ebony Bridges out there because she's one of my homies. She's the blonde bomber, the biggest rack you've ever seen in boxing history. So I'd probably have to say one of my besties for sure.
That's an amazing quote. All right. Well, I'm usually when I interview fighters, I finish off with a quick fire. So we'll keep it open just to combat sports, people in combat sports. Okay. So who is the hardest hitter?
Do you mean like against me that I've ever felt?
No. Just who do you think is the hardest hitter in the game, pound for pound, any combat sport?
Oh, damn. Hardest hitter. I guess you go Francis Ngannou, right? He's pretty big. Answer. He's a big guy.
Who's the best?
I think that's like death.
It's true. Who's the best wrestler?
Oh, you'd have to put Khabib. Come on, you have to. The Russians are different right now. Out in Soitayev, there's a whole heap of Russians, and you can see that they've all branched off from those same beginnings. And they're amazing to see the wrestling culture and the culture that they have went over here with the young boys and bringing them up and passing on their knowledge. I think we could take a lot from them, and from the blueprint that they have creating success. And like, have a look at the people that he's coaching now. Everyone, success. There's a blueprint to this, so we just have to watch it.
Who's the funniest?
The funniest? Oh man, I guess we all have a good laugh with Derek Lewis, but just because he's like his open self, you know. For me, I've probably found, man, there's a heap of people who can make me laugh, but they probably all had dark, twisted humor.
Most annoying.
Most annoying. Oh man, I don't even know their names. And at the same time, are they really annoying, or is it just the media? So I don't know. I can't give anyone that, because then we're going to put some shine on someone who's annoying as fuck.
Fair play. And who's the hottest?
The hottest? Can I put myself? Nah, just jokes. Hell, man, there's some real hotties out there. I guess we go Paige, don't we? We got Paige, we got Misha Tate, we got Noelle from one championship, Nat from one championship. Man, there's a whole heap of beauties that are coming through, you know, like everyone looks like a Disney princess character.
Who would you most like to have dinner with?
Oh, these are hard. Sugar. Yeah, these are hard, mate. These are way too hard. I'd put Mike Tyson for sure. I would love that. That would be a great dinner.
Who would you most like by your side in a street fight?
Oh damn! Shit, I'd probably put Mike Tyson again.
Not a bad choice.
Because he's gonna have you back and go. Let's go.
Who's got the coolest tattoos?
Oh man. I was just say Tai Tuivasa just because I love all the Polynesian tattoos.
That goes right up there, I think.
Yeah.
Who's got beautiful. The best? Yeah, amazing, and probably quite painful. Who's got the best style, best dressed?
Oh, probably Adesanya. He got some crazy out there style. You got to hand that to someone, you know. That's some confidence.
And who would be your dream fight in any weight class, past or present?
Oh, past or present? I guess you'd have to put like maybe a tag team against Ronda Rousey and Misha Tate during like one of the tough seasons, you know, like be able to just come in and be like, that's it, 2 versus 1 bitches, let's go.
Quality answers. Are we going to see you in like Rising or One or any of those promotions in the future, do you think?
I don't know if I'm suited for that. I think the boob flash has kind of got me fired and X'd from a lot of companies. I plan on being able to just compete well in BKFC. BKFC is my bread and butter, and you know they're the ones that reach out to me and invested in me, and I think that means a lot. You know, I think you need to stay committed and stay loyal to people that actually saw you for who you are and allowed you to shine in that way. Now, let's not say like if there's a super fight or something in the 125-pound division where we can organize that against like UFC or something like that. I think that's exciting. That would be exciting times. The same as like what they want to do, what Usman versus Douglas Lima. I think a Bellator versus UFC. That's a similar aspect. I think a lot of UFC people, they've got this sort of this grit, but you take the gloves off and all of a sudden like everyone's all like, oh no, and you start to realize you're like, oh, I am crazy. Oops, so yeah, that'd be awesome to be able to call out a UFC girl in the future, someone who thinks they're all that, and be able to ask them to take the gloves off. That would be a very interesting fight.
Pretty star-studded at BKFC these days. They're getting some big names in, so exciting times. This has been so much fun, Tai. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, and good luck for the next one.
Yeah, good luck. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Nice one. See you later.